Morning. Yes, ma'am. We're live. We are live. Took me a little longer to get going this morning, but yes, we are live, Sheena. All right. So, yes, live. All right, here we go. Are you guys ready for a Would You Rather doing our morning routine? So, here we go. You guys should know the items by now. You're going to get between 2 minutes and 1 minute to do some items. Yeah. And considering we've got a ton to get through, let's get to it. So, oops, that's the evening one. All right. So, let's start, shall we? Round one. Come on, type. Round one. Okay, would you rather do item one or item 10? You have 2 minutes on the clock. Pick which item you want to do. Okay. All right. So, item one is set our goals. So, I'm going to do that today. Today is my day to do my second weekly home blessing throughout the home. Today just consists of basically dusting, pick up, put away, and vacuuming and windows. So that's not that big of a deal. I also want to make some bread, and I also need to pack my sweetie's lunch because he's working today. So, item 10, for those of you following the morning routine, is to make the lunches or the snacks and have them set up in the refrigerator waiting for people to come and munch them up. I have a lot of cooking today. We realized I don't have a lot of stuff in the home for lunches. So I'm going to make some taco meat for some quick tacos. I'm going to make some soup for quick soup. And we're just going to roll from there. So, all right, we got about 37 seconds left. And all right. 3, 2, 1. Okay, since we got a lot of numbers here, we're just going to keep going. Next, would you rather do item 5 or item 8? Okay, and 2 minutes. So, item 5 is your core 6 check-in. How did you sleep? I could have slept probably about 2 hours longer today. Don't forget to eat your meals. Don't forget to drink your water today. Make sure you take your meds. Plan out your pamper. And of course, don't forget to move. We made butter last night, so I got my tricep workout yesterday, and I can feel it in my shoulders. Number 8 is getting dressed to shoes. You should already be dressed to shoes if we are sitting here talking, because that is something that should be done immediately. So try to make sure you are dressed to shoes every single day. They don't have to be fancy clothes, but make sure you're dressed to shoes. Okay? That keeps us motivated throughout the day. And some days we're not going to have motivation, and that's okay. We just need to do everything possible to make sure we have motivation throughout the day. Ah, So we got about 27 seconds left. And then we'll get going to the next one. It is definitely a chilly day here. It is like cold. All right. Next, would you rather do item 2 or item 6? And 2 minutes. Item 2 is plan your intention. My intention today is going to be the same thing that it has been the last 2 days. It's patience. Because my son's limbic center is going crazy. So we need to work on his limbic center, and I need to work on my patience to help him work with his limbic center. And number 6 is make your bed. It doesn't take all that long to make the bed. So make sure the bed is made. Remember that is the shiny sink of the bedroom. It helps us climb into it. It helps us get into something calm and peaceful at the end of the night if we've had a bad day. And it helps us relax even more if we've had a good day. Plus, on the scheme of things, if you're having a problem, make your bed. How are you going to do that huge presentation that you have to do? So let's just make our bed. It doesn't take that much. We can do it. Compassion. Ooh, I like that one, Sheena. I really need to work with little man on not letting these computer programs steal his intelligence. Oh, Lord. Oh. I know they need to be quiet while you're working because of what you do. But is there any way that she can do her schoolwork like right next to you so you can continue to check it off when she's right there? Okay, next, would you rather do? Oops, I already did that one. Item 7 or item 12? 2 minutes, here we go. Oh, Lord. Item 7 is your swish and swipe. It takes under 2 minutes, so this one works wonderfully with this. Or set up the kids to do. Jusek only has 4 school items he has to do today. They are technically off tomorrow. But if he does not get his history project done, he is not getting off tomorrow. And he does not know he's supposed to have off tomorrow. So that works in my favor because I don't think he paid attention to Mr. Demers when he said it yesterday. Sheena, the other thing that I did when little man was having a really hard time just a couple weeks ago was I just told him and I lied, I'll admit it, that I didn't care. Fine, you want to fail, you want to whatever. You don't have to do school. Forget it. You don't have to do it. Nope, don't care. Don't care. You can eat whatever you want, watch whatever you want, do whatever you want. I don't care. Because it's not going to screw up my life, it's going to screw up yours. And within 10 minutes, he was doing his schoolwork and doing it well. Granted, depending upon the child, that can backfire. So you have to know your child before you can implement an idea like that. So, because I knew that would work. Because what he cares for more than he's worried more about us just not caring what he does than, and they don't understand that it's not going to screw up their life. They don't get that. But when all of a sudden it's like mom doesn't care, then there's an issue. And it was hard for me to not care. I mean, I even asked him if he wanted chocolate chips for breakfast. It was bad that day. Okay, are we going to do item 3 or item 4? Would you rather do item 3 or item 4? You still do technically have the wrath of the teachers, because I'm sure they would still be available for you if you need to talk to them, to have a Zoom call or a Skype call or whatever. I'm sure they would still be available. So, item 3 is set your meals for today. I don't want to do a chicken pot pie again. I'm going to do chicken tacos. No, chicken and gravy over biscuits. Lunch is going to be tacos, and breakfast will be, let's do bagels and fruit. So, as we're working through item 3, plan your meals, and item 4, yeah, I would plan your appointments. So, I already know what all my appointments are. Missy, we need to plan an appointment so we can get that. Very nice. And that's basically my chicken and gravy. Could be done over rice or mashed potatoes, but I'm going to do biscuits because I've been in the mood for biscuits. Okay. Oh, and time is up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Item 9 or item 11. Would you rather do item 9 or item 11? 2 minutes, here we go. Item 9 is start laundry, reboot laundry, fold and put away laundry. I have laundry sitting on the chair. Item 11 is clean up the kitchen from breakfast. So if you've already had breakfast, you've got a couple minutes to get the kitchen looking better. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. And that is it then for round 1. And we will head to round 2. And maybe even just try just asking her honestly why she doesn't care. And if she says that she does, just be like, okay, listen, I was where you were at. I realize you don't believe me, but, why? Because, doesn't it put more effort to sit here and fool me than it would be just to do the assignments? So maybe just try to find out where her headspace is at. And maybe that would help. I don't know. I am not a child psychologist, but I just know what helps with my children. So, and literally to this day, it helps with my children. So, we do have one item that is left over from the morning that did not fit into round one. You will see it in round two or three. We'll see. Okay, now we are heading into round two. So now we are renumbering our numbers from 1 through 7. And here we go. Would you rather do item 1 or item 7? Item 7 is actually 2 minutes. Item 7 is actually item 13 from the first one. And that is to do a quick pickup put away. So you got 2 minutes to do a quick pickup put away, or whichever one you didn't do from set your goals and make lunches and stuff. So your choice. 2 minutes going on. And then whichever one you didn't do out of this one will become item 1 for the next round. Maybe that's the way to do it. Tell you guys what the number's going to be. So I think the hardest part when it comes to kids and their grades is they just don't get it. Just like some of us didn't get it when we were kids. I got it because I didn't have a choice but to get it. But seeing how they would matter is so far away from where they are and so unrealistic because you figure school to the real life is just, it's so hard, and especially with having such a successful mom for her, um it makes it hard for her to actually see what the consequences could be. All right, so now would you rather do item 4 or item 6? And 2 minutes. So item 4 is whichever one you didn't do from the swish and swipe and plan out the kids' day. And item 6 is whichever one you didn't do from the laundry and the kitchen. So whichever one is left over will become item 2 for round 3. And let's be real. Grades are a lot, but it all depends upon what you're planning on doing. So maybe that's the way to go. Find out what she wants to do when she grows up. Like literally what she wants to do. And try to equate those subjects that she's failing to that speciality, because literally everything that we do in school helps in any job that you do. You know, um, I'll just use Juan's job right now, okay? With Amazon, he needs English because he needs to know how to communicate. He needs to know math, to know packages and stops and stuff like that. Science, okay, maybe not so much. Um, but that stuff, it translates into the real world. She likes to bake. That's all math and science right there. And say she wants to be a professional cook. Well, if she wants to do a cookbook, she better know English. So, all right. Now, would you rather do, oh, geez. You know what? Would you rather do item 2 or item 3? I actually have a female client who is an engineer. I will ask her which subjects, well, I know math and science, but I will ask her how many of her school subjects she uses. So, item 2 is whichever one you didn't do from your Core 6 check-in and getting dressed to shoes. And I seriously hope that getting dressed to shoes was done. Item 3 is whichever one you didn't do from setting your attention to making your bed. Whichever one you leave for this one is going to be item 3 for the next round. I mean, well, my brother is an engineer. My brother's a computer engineer. That man needs to know science, but he also needs English because he's got to make presentations. And if you sound like a dope, nobody's going to listen to you. He needs to know his science to know how things are going to react. He also has told me he needs art quite a bit, because of the way that the art brain works. Sometimes you'd be able to see things in engineering with what he was doing. He's now onto autonomous cars, but he helped make the ticker line at the bottom of the screen. He helped develop that and make it better. And he helped with the little first down line on football. So, see, that's the whole thing. They don't want to be the bad guy. They're so Sometimes parents can get so wrapped up in being the friend, they don't want to be the bad guy. I would rather be the bad guy, honestly. I really, really would. And I will tell you why. Because when I got older, I respected, because both my parents were the bad guy. There wasn't anybody I could really go to get comfort. And, oh, mom's being so mean. It's tough. Oh, dad's being so mean. Tough. That I respected them when I got older because I saw how much they were, oh Lord, and she wants to go into engineering. Oh boy. I saw what they did for me. I'll take my eldest son. My eldest son now has a better relationship with me than he does with his dad, because his dad always wanted to be his friend and I was the hard ass. So, oh geez. Then there's something going on and you got to try and find out what it is. Not that they'll ever be honest. Okay. And then our leftover today from in this round is item 5, which was either plan your meals or set up your appointments. We will now hit round 3. And even for us, it's hard to see where it's going to pay off being the bad guy, but it does. Okay, so would you rather do, let's pair of odds and evens, item 1 or item 3? So, would you rather do item 1 or item 3? So, item 1. Yeah, then there's something that happened. Be it the wrong crowd, um, maybe they went into a different part of the subjects. Like for little man, he has a hard time with the variables and algebraic equations, but he could do geometry extremely well. Um, in history, he had an easy time with geography. He's kind of having a hard time with history for social studies. Um, he should do decently in economics, but yeah, okay, I can see that. Well, eventually she's going to be able to hang out with her friends again, but she's not going to be able to recover those grades. And it's not like there isn't internet to where she can see them virtually. I realize it's not the same thing, but this is where we really need to teach our kids, no matter how old they are. It's not about them right now. They really need to just buck up and take one for the team. And stop. Okay, now we'll do item 2 or 4. So, and the last one, this one, whichever one you don't do, will become item 2, and the other one will become item 1 for the next round. I agree. I agree. No FaceTime till the grades come up. The grades are more important than the friends because the friends should always be there, and if they're not, then they weren't friends in the first place. And you can hate me all you want. Let's see. Item 2. I have a different way that I think I'm going to do this tomorrow. Less numbers, less rounds, but more time. Oh, and today in the kitchen is you scrub your counters? Is that today? I think today is scrub your counters. That's the trailer laid out. I got a couple of weeks until I got to dye my hair. Yep, scrub the counters. Today is to scrub your counters. So, scrub one side, take everything off of it, scrub one side, put everything back, take everything off the other side, scrub it down real good. Right. Well, and you're human. You're not going to be good at everything every single day. Trust me. I told Juan last night that I think I seriously, when all this is over, I need a couple days off just to take some time and breathe for myself. Really look at myself which is why I'm not doing as many afternoon videos anymore, because I need to focus on my kid, because like I said, his Olympic Center is just crazy. He is an emotional wreck. So, uh, yeah, well, guarantee you anything she's going to miss out on right now is not going to be the end of the world. Granted, it's the end of her world, but it's not the end of the world. All right, now would you rather do item 1 or item 2? Because we are in 1, 2, 3, 4, round 4. So, item 1 or 2. And there we go. And then it's the last item. And you've done it. And that was 13 things. Way to go. The entire morning routine. Now, little man today literally just has his huge literacy project on Leonardo da Vinci and his huge history report over the history of Wisconsin, which is a 23-page report. And then he's just got his math daily work to do. But the math daily work is where we get the attitude. So I'm going to try and break up the program throughout the day. And I'm going to break up the history project throughout the day. And we'll see what happens. Because I'll be darned, I really would like to have Friday and Monday off. So we're going to get this done. And unfortunately, sweetie, your daughter's also at a time where she doesn't really listen to anybody unless she knows that she's going to get what she wants. Because I was that girl too. And most of my friends were that girl too at her age. So it's just part of being a girl. All right, we got 14 seconds left. And then the last item. I wish you luck. I really do. Because I wouldn't want to deal. Oh, of course. I would not want to deal with a younger me. I really wouldn't. So I wish you all the best of luck. Oh, I'm glad, honey. Sorry I didn't get here earlier. Like I said, I had a hard time getting moving this morning. And we need to figure out a day that we can talk. So let me know what works for you. Just send me a message. Good for you. We threatened little man with boot camp that he will get up when we tell him to. He will go to bed when we tell him to. He will eat when we tell him to, and only when we tell him to. He will do certain subjects when we tell him to. He will be able to play when we tell him to. It's, yeah, we have threatened that if the attitude does not change. But I do also understand that this is stressful for him because he understands a lot more than what a kid should. And so we also have to work with that, because while he has heard everything that is going on and everything out there, he does not have the ability to process it like an adult does. So, and some adults are having a hard time processing this. So, it's going to be a very tightrope thing of discipline and understanding. So, maybe I should check into child psychology and just take a class. Maybe that would help being a parent. No, because every child is different no matter what they put in the books. All right, guys. That's your morning. I hope you have a good one. I will do my best to make sure that I record an evening routine. So have a great one, and I will talk to you later. Sheena, I can't wait to hear from you so we can set up a meeting. Bye.